If you think about producing goods, we use nature, we use air, we use water to produce goods, services, transportation. If you don't value what you're using of nature in the product that you're using, actually you are destroying nature, using it for free. If you have a neighbor that is actually not using nature for free, that is doing the right thing, meaning that he is actually a competitive advantage on you. So really the concept of natural capital is you need to include externalities in what you're doing so that you can have the fair price and the fair use of what you're using of our beautiful earth in what you're doing. We are now starting to understand how we have to make the regulations on carbon, and quickly the next one has to be biodiversity. But we need first to learn, have a framework that we are trying to develop right now with carbon. It's going too slow in my view, because we need carbon to be right quickly. One very simple carbon is, for instance, the one is very closely related to biodiversity, which is actually the carbon which you actually use on the farm, either through the sequestration or through the scope 1 or 2 in the farm. That's already very closely linked to nature. If we could already start there, we could just segue from the carbons to the nature in the production of food and then maybe to the bigger biodiversity. The reality, I think, today what we can do already is say what's bad, what is good. But the real measurement, we really need to develop with digitalization, with artificial intelligence, with measuring, create data to start to understand and create transparency to understand what is really the asset class, how we should develop that and how it's going to be investable. My dream actually is that when you go to an investor, when you issue a bond in New York, that you not only have the interest rate on it, but you also should show what is actually your return on the nature you're using on that product or in the funds that you're using to apply that money. So actually, maybe every bond should have 1 or 2 or 3 different type of return measures, and we have to change that as a world. I think we should come so far that there would be legislation that you have to disclose to the market what you have actually used of nature to produce that product. And in that way, even if we don't put a price on it yet, but at least disclosing how much you've used would already change the behavior of a lot of consumers. Why are the stakes so high? Well, we only have one planet, right? So it's our only ship. If today you don't include the biodiversity in the real cost, you're actually putting an IOU on the future generations. It's too easy to use nature and not pay for it.